What is okay, so Brent here today, and today we're gonna take a look at the team that JST Honte used in the Players Cup, and I think it's a really cool team to take a look at because it not only incorporates mons like Krookidle, but also in terms of how you play it is quite intriguing, and honestly it did become one of the teams I did prefer to use, especially in the brand new season. So what do we have in this team? Of course we got Porygon, Marowak, Krookidle, Indeedee, Milotic, and Among Us. So definitely we are covering a lot of spaces here. Before I forgot, code, as you can see on the screen. If certain codes are not working, this means that that player actually got rid of that team, and there's something else, so I do apologize for that. So of course we got a Porygon with download ability and Evilite, Trick Room, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, and Recover. Then we got Marowak, Lightning Rod, Thick Club, Poltergeist, Flare Blitz, Break, and Protect. One really good advice: don't play those two together. Like, don't use Porygon and Marowak, because you're really, gonna harm yourself, because you're probably gonna go Thunderbolt on Porygon, and then there's a Lightning Rod on a Marowak. So what are the leads, what are the backs, because that's, I think, what you want to know. So the first thing I would say, a great lead that I was using a ton of, and I think for the current meta worked the best, or at that time, when I was playing that team, Indeedee and Milotic. So we got Indeedee with a Psychic Surge and Focus Sash, Follow Me, Ally Switch, Expanding Force, and Protect. So I was going for Expanding Force majority of the time, but if you're a bit scared of your Milotic, you can go Follow Me, and then later turns doing that Ally Switch is quite nice, just like switching, just having a bit of fun here. And of course Milotic with competitive ability and Assault Vest. Again, competitive ability, if anything will lower your stats, well, it's only going to raise them, so nothing is going to happen. It's like, Intimidate is not really going to work, it's actually going to help. Muddy Water, Mud Shot, Blizzard, and Hydro Pump, again, they do actually cover a lot, and I mean it. Oh, someone is drilling, and they do cover a lot of weaknesses right now, and definitely, we'll see a lot of Rhyperiors right now, Extra Drills, all of those things, Venusaur, so like Blizzard is perfect for it, or like the Dynamax version of this attack, just perfect ways to counter those mons. So definitely that is the lead that you want to go for. And what is the back? Well, definitely you want to have a Krookidle. That is a must in the back. Moxie ability with a Choice Scarf, Darkest Lariat, High Horsepower, Close Combat, and a Rock Slide. Why is he a must? Well, this particular one has speed cranked up to the top, so he will always go first. So if you were always scared, like, oh man, I don't know, this is the mod that will attack first due to the speed of those attacks. So if you want to use a Rock Slide, Close Combat, High Horsepower, Darkest Lariat to counter something that your opponent has, this is the mon to go. So definitely a great idea here, especially that Milotic can be knocked out quite easy sometimes, so then you go with a Krookidle and just keep attacking, keep hitting your opponent. Then the back, so you got the core, right? So the core thing is Milotic, Indeedee, and Krookidle. Then the rest we got Among Us, Regenerator ability, and Cobra Berry, Clear Smog, Rage Powder, Spore, and Giga Drain. And I'm not gonna lie, for the card meta I haven't used him a lot, but if someone prefers that, that is a mon to go. The same goes to Porygon. I haven't used him a lot as well. I mainly used a Marowak, not that I was countering with the Lightning Rod, lightning type attacks, but also the Thick Club does help with Break, Flare Blitz, and Poltergeist, again covering those weaknesses, right? Because there's a lot of Dust Clubs right now, Venusaur, and many others that are just weak towards those attacks. So maybe that was just during my games where I've approached and I've seen those teams that this lead and this back was best for me, but that's what I recommend here. So Milotic, Indeedee, front, back, Marowak, and Krookidle. Again, if you want, you can go Porygon instead of Marowak, or Among Us instead of that Marowak. Or if you really want to be creative, Among Us instead of Indeedee here. So let's move on to the gameplay portion. Right now we've got a code for the team right there. Again, JST Honte, that is his Players Cup team. Let's go to the gameplay portion. Let's have some fun. Let's go. Amount of stuff that you can just do with that, it's crazy. Okay. So here I'm gonna start a bit differently. I mean, so what he can go. Oh no, I was not like losing interest, it's just burning out. I had this like burnout a bit. Imagine this, Tom, like for me, the fact that I've moved a set for 2 weeks later, and the fact that there's no IRL tournament, for any content creator, the last few weeks are rough. Cause like at that time you've already done it all, you know, there's like nothing else. And you go like, okay, what is left, right? And you kind of go with that way. And so it's like every single, you know, not every single set, but hey, Andres, hello, how are you doing today, mate? How's it going? So you know, it's just like, yeah. I mean, like even Meta Week, you know. Can we please battle? You gotta redeem it, mate. You gotta redeem the battle to battle. I mean, like Tom, I know it's like, oh, meta week, but you're doing that, you know, as you go through. Because just to give you the perspective, in terms of like how many additional decks I had to build, was the amount was 25. So usually there's 25 less before the new set drops. So this is huge, right? So this can actually get you. Right, when you have like 25 more. Because I was counting it, you know, because like usually when there's like play Pokemon, then we can analyze like the first place, second place. But even now with the Players Cup, like we don't have that data. Right, with Limitless that was really cool because, you know, then I was able to, like, you know, look at the Limitless stuff and be like, okay, let's showcase, you know, the winner's deck, or like, you know, this thing, because like this is great, this is a nice showcase. But without IRL, that also inspires you, because like sometimes, you know, you will go to local game store and there's like a dude that just brings completely insane, and you know, because like you start talking with him and he's like, huh, you know, that mad lad is kind of right about stuff. And you try it yourself, you know, in different ways. I'm like, oh, that kind of works, right? Kind of like the Seeking, ripping on, that, you know, we've used a lot. So, just that, you know, not having IRL, just, you know, having to build that many more in one set, and just, you know, and the fact that, you know, kind of was close with, you know, a few only top tier decks, it kind of took a bit away from me, you know, just a bit. But again, you know, like the IRL, the fact that the smell of fresh Pokemon cards reignite the love, reignite the passion, and you can clearly see that. That's, you know, also why we have the VGC days. And it was just everything to, you know, to mix things up, so I'm not gonna get, you know, like burned out on that. And well, it all worked, and I'm super happy about that, and I can't wait. I can't wait for Expanded. Oh, almost. Yeah, so, you know, I mean, you can kind of feel it, right? It's like you want to play, but let's be honest, when was the last time you've sat down, you know, and like, wait, let's just go. We like sat down and, you know, started like browsing, you know, through the cards and be like, well, yeah, I might need that. Like, I've done it last weekend, like this week that was, for the first time in 5 months. I felt great. You know, again, like my whole table there is just filled with cards right now, and I'm like putting together my deck, putting together Kovac's deck, and I'm like, yes. So my friend, like if you want to play against me, you gotta redeem the points, which are over here. No, that's a VOD. My mistake. That's the one here. Bam. That's what you gotta redeem. Okay. Change to fighting, sure. Let's see if I was... Oh, okay, yeah, so he wasted on Indeedee. That's why exactly I wanted to go with ally switch. Right. So we're gonna hit... There's gonna be Max Hailstorm. We're gonna have a knockout on Cinderace, and we're still damaging a lot of the Passimian, if not the whole thing. So that was honestly a great turn. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I had this question yesterday from one of the players from our league. And he goes like, should I buy Eternatus? Because I've ordered a booster box. Should I buy it? Should I buy that deck? And I told him, like, hey, listen, dude. There will be no events besides, like, you know, only meetings. So we can't, you know, have a league. It's just like meeting and we play for an extended period of time. You know, maybe February, maybe next May, maybe even, you know, who knows when. So would I spend that money? I'm like, no, dude, like, don't. I was like, oh, you know, that's a bummer. I mean, and I told him, like, hey, listen, if you want, I will not stop you from spending money, but just, like, you know, think about it. Okay, and Max Hailstorm one more time. Just like Daft Punk sang, one more time. Tom, you remember what Captain America says in Avengers movies? And I think we gotta quote him with Rema many times. Language. Exactly. I feel like the season is not lost if, and it goes the same for VGC, if we're gonna find a bit of a different way of having the competition. Because, I mean, you know, again, sometimes you can't go to a local game store, and now especially, but I think, you know, there are ways of doing this better. So first and foremost, I honestly think, by the way, beautiful knockout, just focusing more and giving, you know, giving like rules for specific countries and going country specific for now. Because, I mean, yeah, I don't know how it is in Magic. From what I've learned in Magic, everything is still fine. Like, I don't think that there are any changes there. I might be wrong. I have no idea. You know, just assuming that, you know, from what I'm seeing around and myself. And is that a W? Is that a W? That is a great question. I think I can just go Poltergeist. Wait, no. I know it's still hit, but I know my own luck, and I can just go with Blizzard. You know what? No, Hydro Shot. So I feel like we need country-specific rules, and the oh, Tom, oh, you almost killed me here. Like, whoa. That was a good one. That was a good one. I mean, we have an announcement Friday in 2 weeks, so who knows what. No, I quit. No, the wrong buttons. No, I get no, wrong button again. Dude, how hard it is to press two buttons. I think you've seen that right now. It's really hard for someone like Raven. It's really hard. Don't judge me. It's just hard. So yes, I think, you know, just country-specific rules that they can actually alter on like weekly or like monthly basis. I know it would put a lot more, like, you know, people at work there, you know, they'll have to work, you know, with each country, all of that stuff, you'd have to monitor it, but I think that would be a lot better, because each country is different, and just doing something like that, just, you know, again, we got a first great step, because tell me a company, and again, tell me a name of a company that actually sent boxes, booster boxes, the product to stores for free, and I mean like thousands of boxes, just so the store can make a profit. I don't think there's a company like that in the world that is like, you know what, we're not gonna make money out of it, but my goodness, let the stores do it. That earned such a respect from me, this pre-release, you have no idea. Like really much respect for that. Because I don't think there's any company in the world that would do that, or like willing to do that. If there is, my apologies to that company. And I mean, you know, on the other hand, yep, so we're gonna have expanding force. No brainer, double expanding force. Or maybe one, like depends on his strategy. It might be follow me expanding force or expanding force. There are two options. For me, well, it's kind of the same thing, right? So because, like, you know, I try to put myself in Pokemon Company shoes, and like the VGC competition can happen from home, and I think oh, I forgot the name of the website that did like European championships, you know, so got like different countries competing against each other, did a really good job of doing that. And we had really good competitions with, you know, with proper footage, you know, with spectator, with like all of that stuff. And honestly, when I've watched it, it was even better than watching Worlds. So it's doable for the VGC, but we, you know, we got the game. For the TCG, I think with spectator, if there would be a spectator mode, the stores would, you know, would be able to like do proper events or something. But at the same time, that's what we're doing, you know, this Friday. Beautiful pre-release event. Let's go. So again, it's gonna do either double expanding force, but no, that is just a helping hand into expanding force, but that is not enough. I honestly thought it's gonna do follow me one more time. I genuinely thought that's gonna happen. So Max Gazer, again, there's a rain, so there's a bit of boost. That should be a knockout, and actually is great. So that's good. You know, that's why we went with Gazer and just getting that rain down, just getting a bit of boost on those attacks, and because there's nothing I can do about, you know, the Psychic Surge. I have zero counters to it. Now the problem is a bit different, because now I don't know if he's gonna do an ally switch or not. Right? So I can either think that he's gonna go for it or not. So I've seen Helping Hand and I've seen Follow Me. I think he has Expanding Force and ally switch. That's what I think on that Indeedee. So it's either gonna work or not. But if he doesn't have an ally switch, you see where I'm going with it. Like, I think he doesn't have it. You know, let's think he doesn't have it. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so it's gonna be a drought. Sure. Sleeping powder. That's what you're gonna try to do. Oh no. So G Max Vine Lash. Okay. So that's gonna be the attack. Fine by me. But that was a good decision. Because like that's a good question now. What do you guys think Pokemon should do, right? What would you do if you're in their shoes? Actually, expanding force. Oh, he's gonna do a heat wave next turn, so I have to be. I do have to be prepared for that. But we got a max hailstorm. It's gonna hail today. Oh yes, that's the weather forecast for today, and it is. Dude, I have such a great humor. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay. So he's still gonna be scared of. Wait, he's gonna go heat wave. I can do it. Okay, wait. I can either do expanding force or an ally switch. You know what? No. Expanding force. Still. Bull. Here. Because I honestly think he's gonna, you know, go and knock out Milotic. Because he has a double knockout this turn. Like, whatever happens, you know, he knocks out 2 months. But I want to, you know, I want to get out of this turn with at least 1 knockout. Oh, he withdrew him. Okay. So there is, okay, so expanding force. It's still hailing, so there's, you know, hail happening. Hydro pump. Oh yes, there we go. I forgot. I know actually. There's no more chlorophyll. And now Max Quake. Milotic. So we know that expanding force is gonna hit. Actually, I think Indeedee might get knocked out as well. Yep. But you know what? I wanted to get out of this turn with a 1 knockout. It happened. I'm fine with it. I'm satisfied with it, and well. I don't really need a lot. So you know what? Brick break, rock slide, let's go. You know what they say, let's go. Because then the rock slide can knock out Venusaur, and I think Krookidle will survive. Bam! Amazing speed on that Krookidle. What an attack! What a rock slide! GG, GG, GG. I mean, you can't say that it wasn't a great mod. Alright, so what? 2 more games for him? Yeah, I think we're gonna play like 2 more games with that team. Yeah. There we go, Ultra Ball. But you know what? I still think they should. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoy what I'm doing, right, if you enjoy the team, don't forget to click the sub button, right? We're also testing those teams live on Twitch. It's Ravenclaw. The link is down there below. You can check it out. And I'll say thank you so much for everything you're doing, for just being here, you know, comments, subscriptions, right? They do help a lot, you know, they do help this channel grow. So thank you guys so much with everything. And if you're playing trading card game, there are some codes down there below. Actually, the 5% discount code, so you want to check that out. So thank you guys so much. See you guys live on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/RavenColtsHQ. And yeah, or you know, if you want to see me playing different games, you got Pokemon Couple Floor Plays, right? So Pokemon Couple Plays YouTube channel, also linked down there below, and the review stuff is there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Raven loves you. Take care. Bye. Have fun with the team. Bye.